If you are enjoying this content, please like and subscribe. If you would like a slumbering seagull t-shirt, please click on the link below. Thank you. Stay strong, Uma called out. We can do this together. As she spoke, a tremendous sound echoed through the clearing. The herd of rhinos, drawn by the commotion, charged in from the forest. The ground shook beneath their powerful strides, and the pirates, caught off guard, scattered in panic. With renewed vigor, Leroy and Silas pressed on, their attacks more coordinated and powerful. Slowly but surely, they began to turn the tide of the battle, driving the pirates back into the forest. At the edge of the forest, Silas was able to cause the branches to swat and knock over the pirates. The pirates regrouped after being knocked down by the swatting branches. Their captain beckoned his crew closer. Ironclaw was notorious for his cunning tactics and ruthlessness. His gravelly voice was barely above a whisper as he laid out his plan. His crew nodded, grins spread across their faces. On their captain's signal, the pirates erupted into a cacophony of shouts and metallic clanging, their weapons striking against trees and rocks. The scattered noise echoed through the forest, making it seem impossible for Silas and the others to pinpoint their location. As the boys and Uma tried to make sense of the commotion, Ironclaw directed his men to encircle their prey. With practiced stealth, the pirates crept through the underbrush, closing in on all sides. Ironclaw then gave a silent command. Several of his men lit small fires in a semicircle, sending clouds of thick smoke drifting towards Silas and his friends. The fumes stung their eyes and throats, further disorienting them. The rhinos retreated when they saw the flames rising. Amid the confusion, Ironclaw himself led the final assault. He then signaled his men to use their blow darts. One by one, Silas watched his companions sway and collapse, feeling a sharp prick on his own neck moments later. As consciousness slipped away, Silas heard Ironclaw's triumphant laugh and his menacing words. "Not so clever now, are ye, lads? Rest well. You'll need it for what's comin'." Silas's consciousness slowly returned. His eyes fluttered open to reveal the well of endless days looming before him. The air felt thick with tension. Silas tried to move, only to find his arms and legs tightly bound with coarse rope. He turned his head, wincing at the stiffness of his neck, to see his companions in similar states of captivity. Uma's fierce eyes met his, a mixture of anger and concern evident in her gaze. His gaze fell on Leroy and a surge of worry coursed through him. The boy who could speak to animals was not only bound but gagged as well, rendering his unique abilities useless. The pirates milled about, their faces alight with triumph. In the center of it all stood Ironclaw. But what made Silas's heart sink were the objects Ironclaw held. The emerald staff in one hand and the golden staff in the other. Ironclaw's voice boomed across the clearing. Well, 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 he sneered, a wicked grin spreading across his face. Looks like we've got ourselves a fine catch, lads. 2 powerful staffs and a bunch of meddling kids to boot. He approached Silas, crouching down to meet the boy's defiant glare. Now, boy, Ironclaw growled, you're going to tell me exactly how these pretty little sticks work, or things are going to get very unpleasant for you and your friends. Silas clenched his jaw, his mind racing. He knew the power the staffs held, and the danger they posed in the wrong hands. But with Leroy silenced and all of them bound, their options seemed desperately limited. Silas knew he had to think fast. The fate of more than just their small group was hanging in the balance. Ironclaw rolled his eyes. Just forget it then. I have bigger fish to fry. He passed both staffs to one of his crew members. Ironclaw sneered. The real treasure's in that well, lads. Time to claim our prize. The pirate captain walked confidently towards the well, his crew following close behind. But as they approached, an invisible barrier suddenly flared to life, shimmering with potent energy. Ironclaw collided with it, stumbling backward in shock and anger. What trickery is this? He roared, turning his face to his captives. His eyes narrowed dangerously as they settled on Silas, Uma, and the gagged Leroy. You 3, what have you done? Silas met the captain's gaze defiantly. We've done nothing. The well protects itself. Ironclaw's face filled with rage. He stomped over to Leroy and roughly yanked the gag from his mouth. You could have had a place among us, boy. Now you'll pay for your foolishness. Turning to his crew, Ironclaw bellowed. Change of plans, men. Since these whelps have denied us our chance of immortality, they'll walk the plank. The pirates cheered maliciously, already beginning to construct a makeshift plank near the edge of the cliff. And you'll be the first to go. Let's see if your little animal friends can save you when you're plummeting to the rocks below. Uma struggled against the ropes that bound her. You can't do this. It's not our fault the well is protected. Silence! Ironclaw roared. As the pirates finished their grim construction, Silas felt panic rise in his heart. They needed a plan now. The well's barrier had bought them some time, but now they faced a more immediate threat. As Ironclaw began to drag Leroy towards the plank, Silas knew their time was running out. Suddenly, Silas called out, "Wait! I know how to help you. I know how to help you get to the well."